You thought I was a big CSGO content creator that popped up while I was gone? I have the vibe of someone who will make it. Oh, thank you. But yeah, no, we haven't. We definitely haven't made it, and we're far from it. And it's like, let me show you guys something. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. Like, this is where I'm coming from with this, right? Pinning this until I become someone I can be proud of. And what I pinned was my recovery. Because back in February, right, 2 days before my birthday, I tried to take my own life. I tried to kill myself. And I think at that point, I was so tired of being being something that I didn't enjoy, right? Or I guess enjoy is a very like very big understatement. Like I genuinely hated who I was. I was like I kept on shaping myself into like the ideal image of what other people thought they wanted to see in me. Or I guess not thought, I guess what other people wanted to see in me. It didn't matter if it was family, ex lovers, or even like old friend groups. Like I was constantly reshaping and molding myself into things that I genuinely didn't enjoy being. And it eventually created like so much self hate that I was just tired and I gave up, right? But for some reason, like obviously I survived. So then from that point on, I said I'm going to rebuild, right? And I made this vow to myself when I pinned this tweet. And this is the day I started making content. This is the day I started doing content creation, March 22nd. And it's like from then on, I like made a vow to myself and I said, dude, like I'm going to make it, or at least like put so much into it that I will quite literally be on the brink of death, but this time it'll be a different brink of death. It'll be a brink of death that I chose. That I chose out of like out of like ambition and self-love, out of instead of self-hate and I guess cowardice. So I started making content and I started going back to classes and doing school, and I even started actually taking working out seriously. I was the same way growing up. I had no original thought of my own. I was doing anything and everything to make people in my life happy. Once I moved off and started doing my own thing, I started to do my own thing and put thought into what would make me happy. It got better. Yeah. But yeah, this is where I am. And I don't know. Yeah, and it's like I guess my and I don't even know who I'm doing this for. I don't even think that I'm doing this purely for myself. Like I said this earlier when I was talking to my parents. Like there's when you make a choice, it's not because of one factor. Life is not that simple. Like yes, doing it for myself is a part of it, but genuinely what I'm what I'm doing is just trying to show that if that even if that I guess what I'm trying to show is that even someone who is quite literally been on the brink of death because of out of hopelessness, if that somebody can make it from that place, anyone can. And it doesn't matter how much hate I receive or how much like I'm told that like I can't do it. Like if I can just make that happen, then I will be living proof that like quite literally anyone can do it. And I guess that's my goal. And obviously there's other side goals, like I just want to make people's days. Like that's the whole point of making content, right? There's a reason why my content is geared toward a comedic angle, because I just want to make people laugh. Like I just want you guys to like after like a hard day, right? Like you guys were like getting drilled at work or whatnot, or like maybe there's an exam that you guys bombed, or maybe it's not an exam you even bombed. It's just like you spent 9 hours studying for an exam and you're just burnt. And it's like I want to provide that area for like people to come and just unwind, whether it's watching a video of mine or even coming to stream and just vibing in chat. Like that was my entire mission. That and also the proof thing, that I can prove that anyone can do it. And it's like been coming back and forth between studying right now. Yeah, that's exactly that's exactly like what my goal here is to provide like a place to like let loose, and that's why I keep everything so loose. Like even my humor, right? It's like way beyond the edge of. It's like way beyond that boundary of like mental sanity. But that being said, I guess the most discouraging part, the part that like I'm really struggling with for like the past few days, or not even the past few days. I guess it's like ever since I started this, right? Ever since I made that vow on March 22nd. Um, I guess the biggest thing I'm struggling with is like, why don't people see that and just like at least leave me alone to it, you know? Like if you're not going to help, just be neutral. And I'm not really saying that to like just everybody. Like I don't care if strangers step on me, or like old friends or like old lovers or whatnot. I don't care if they step all over me and like talk shit and whatnot. But it's like people that are currently like around me, friends, family. Like it's just like, why do you guys even like feel the need? Like yeah, I can see that. I can see that my humor can be off-putting, or maybe even like, I guess harmful, even though I don't see it that way. But I can definitely see how it can be disruptive. But at the end of the day, like this is my space, you know? Like it's a place to be myself. And it just gets really, it gets really like, it becomes a real drag when that's not how other people see it. Because they'll always feel the need to say those type of things to me. Look at this. Like people from my org believe in me at least. Yeah, that is you. I follow you. But it's like, I don't know. Nah, don't worry about it, dude. I don't know. I don't know. I guess at the end of the day, I'm just a guy who's just playing games and recording it, you know? So maybe I am just blowing this way out of proportion. And I don't exactly have to be myself to put content out, but at the same time, like I've I've experienced firsthand what it's like to hide, I guess. I don't know. I guess I haven't really made a choice. I guess we'll just keep going. The grind continues. Like, why should I care what anyone says? Yeah. Like, if I have the means to do it, why am I not doing it? Because what? Some people are embarrassed to be associated with me, even if they're family. Like, as much as that hurts, it's like I'm not going to bend backwards and change who I am just so you can not be embarrassed I don't know, I guess my parents. I know that sounds brutal, and it is, but that's just how it is, dude. Yeah. Yeah, display has it correct. Like, I still carry out my responsibilities. It's not like I've completely given up on other facets in my life. No, don't worry about the wall of text. I read it all. I am a PhD student, so you learn to read quick. But yeah, again, it's like I haven't given up on other facets in my life. It's not like I've just thrown everything I have into content creation. Like, yes, I throw a lot of myself into it, and rightfully so. It's something I genuinely enjoy doing. And although I do enjoy being an academic and perhaps making a career out of that academic success. Like, it'll never be the same as me just sitting here and streaming to people who I never seen in real life, but it's just it just makes me happy to know that I'm making other people's days just by playing a game. Like, if I can play a game and make people happy, why would I ever need anything else? Yeah. Yeah, Andrew, you're completely right. I don't know. I guess the takeaway from all of this is we'll just prove them wrong. One viewer at a time. We'll gain the trust of one viewer at a time who enjoys our content. We'll gain one viewer at a time, one sub at a time. We'll go straight to the top. And I'll be mocked, hated, scorned. But I guess as long as I know and believe myself that it is that I am this that I am where I'm supposed to be, then it doesn't matter what anyone else has to say about it. Like, earning a PhD, that is where I'm supposed to be. Like, I feel like I belong there. Having having those tools to make other people's lives better. I can't say the same thing about my job, but and if and when I stream, it feels like I belong. Like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Then why does it matter what other people are trying to say? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like, it's the small wins that just keep you going. Trying is something a lot of people can't say. Sounds hella cope, but that is something I stand by. Yeah, genuinely. Yeah, I don't know. I am 22. Or I turned 22 this February. That's why I said 2 days before my birthday. So I turned 22 the February of 11th. Actually, I think it says it here. Yeah. It says it here. So I pretty much just finished my undergrad. Yeah. I just finished my undergrad and I'm just moving along, you know, going to the next big thing, PhD, and just making content because I just wanted to do something that not only I enjoy but other people can enjoy with me. Mad young and you still have time. I don't think it really has anything to do with whether or not I have time. I think that's something I realized when I was like 7 pills down and I stopped myself. It's like I didn't finish my business degree. Now I'm just a home inspector. No, again, it's not. It's not about what you achieve, right? I think achievements are very arbitrary. Like, yes, I flex them, but that's purely just to like attract people towards me. But deep in my own mind, like this is not who I believe I am. I'm just a guy who plays games and plays them a lot. Genuinely, that's who I believe I am. But it's like it's not about how many achievements that you can garner, right? Yeah, except Steam achievements, obviously. Like I can tell people that, dude, I used to play professional Counter Strike, or dude, I used to play professional Valorant, and it's like, what does that really have to gain me? Like, yes, people may respect me more as a player, but would I personally care about that? No, genuinely, would I personally care about that? Because obviously, if I don't play it anymore, it doesn't. Obviously, if I'm not competing anymore, it didn't bring me the satisfaction that I wanted. So it's not about the achievements that you garner in life. It doesn't matter what degree you gain, or what accolades you have in a game, or what job you're currently occupying, whether it's a high status one or a low status one. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's not about what you achieve in the time that you have. It's what you do with the time that you have to fulfill that burning desire inside of you, and everybody has a different desire, right? Personally, my desire is to like provide a better place for other people. That's always been my goal with everything that I've done. Even from a young age, like my I've always been more of a like I've always played supportive roles. Even here you can see it. Like the first agent on Valorant that I gravitated towards was Sage because I genuinely just like being in a supportive role. Like if other people can enjoy something, then it just makes me feel better. So it's like, what do you want to spend your time doing? And I chose what I chose. And if like being myself, and if like being myself is something that brings me satisfaction, like should it really matter what my parents have to say about it? I guess to a certain extent it does, but in the end, like at the end of the day, it's just me, myself, and I, is it not? No one else is going to be on your life journey with you besides yourself, or like at least for the entire thing. Like yeah, maybe you'll find a life partner, but again, you won't find that life partner until like a good chunk of your life has passed by. Like yeah, your parents maybe on a large part, maybe on a your parents may be joining you on a large part of your life journey, but they won't be there for the entire time. In the end, it's you who accompanies yourself. I know that sounds like an analogy for like me and my voices, but like genuinely, right? You will hold your own hand the whole time, and you're the only person who will be there the whole time. So if you don't enjoy being a home inspector, like that's fine. Find something else that you enjoy. Maybe you don't have to change jobs so you still have an income, but find a hobby that you can put yourself into and brings you satisfaction. Yeah, my parents are immigrants. I'm the first generation to be born in America. Well, born with like loose quotes, you know. because I was technically born in Hong Kong and then we came over, but I was like really young, like not even 1 year old, like not even 1 years old, or 1 year old. No, there are many roads to make yourself successful. I don't know. I don't know. It's like it's more so like the road that they didn't they didn't think of you to take. I don't know if that makes any sense. Let's check our YouTube. See how it's doing. That's it? He timestamps me moaning, man.
There's two apps. One's coming out.
This guy timestamps me moaning. Nice. I don't know. And I guess like the thing that pisses me off most, right, is like these people. I guess these people mostly being my family is like they're like, "Oh, dude, you're bringing a negative impact to whatever you're doing. Like you're just out here destroying people." And it's like, how could we have been destroying people if we started making content pretty much exactly a month ago, right? Exactly a month ago, and we've already grown so much. Clearly people are enjoying this. Clearly it's making people's days better, right? That's how I see it. It's like if they if they help support me, it means that I am helping support them and I am making their days actively better. It's like without me, their days would be slightly less bright. Do you know what I mean? And it's like this is how I prove to this is how I prove to myself that I am like slowly completing my mission of like making people's days better. I like the combination of serious CS and comedy. That's why I stayed. Yeah, that is the angle. That's the whole like concept behind the channel or behind my content. Is like I want to provide a place where people can watch and also learn how to play the game while also enjoying like some fun bits, you know? So that way it's not like completely boring. That's just my goal. And so I hate when I guess I don't hate it, but it sucks when like they take like small things and blow them up so big that it's like they can only see that, and it's when I like I guess when I flame people when I flame people like it's like destroying people, but even then, right, when I flame people it's like not with malicious intent. Like I genuinely don't flame people with the intention of making their days worse. There's a reason why like I laugh while I'm flaming them, because I don't see it as like me directly attacking them. Like I'm poking fun at something dumb, you know? And that was like that's like my style. It's like I don't like I'm not trying to offend, like I'm just making light of situations. There's a reason why my type of comedy is also like making light of everything, you know? I don't know. It's like how can you enjoy life if you don't laugh? Like what like does it really hurt to just does it really hurt to just laugh? Like again, something offensive things can only be offensive if you give power to it. But then if you give power to it, it just actively drags you down, you know? Like, obviously, that's not like a general rule. There are obviously some things that you should avoid. Like, I'm not going to actively, like, commit these harmful acts. Like, I'm not gonna shoot anybody or hurt anybody or be racist or homophobic unironically. But but like, making light of it gives it, like, a fun, gives it, like, I don't know, a sense of fun. Like, like, you don't have to take it so seriously to the point where it's, like, something that actively makes your day worse. Because, like, what kind of way of living life is that? Well, like, there's certain things that if you just bring them up, like, they ruin your day. You know? Yeah, I have a butterfly knife IRL gamma Doppler. Actually, no, it's Damascus steel. But yeah, it's like, do you see what I'm getting at? It's like life is too short. My life almost ended, and it was because I was taking things too seriously. I was trying to be other things that I'm not. And I took it very seriously. To the point where it was like suffocating. It's like, what kind of way of living life is that? Wouldn't it be so much better to just, I don't know, vibe, dude? Do you know what I mean? So you can be offended all you want and be mad about it, but you're the one that's mad. Yeah. Like, you're the one that's mad. I'm just laughing and having a good time. Yes, the humor is like, the humor can be offensive, but at the end of the day, like, I'm just vibing. I'm being me. And for you to try to take that away because it makes you feel bad is just like, that's absurd. Like, why would you try to ruin someone else's happiness just so you can gain a bit of your own? Why can't you just be happy together? Like, if something that someone does makes them happy, like, by all means, man, do it. Do it not because like you just want to prove them wrong, but do it because like it makes you happy. If you want to tell that offensive joke, dude, like, by all means, tell that offensive joke. If it makes you laugh, that's all that matters. I don't know, that's just my way of thinking. Obviously, other people think differently, otherwise, they wouldn't be saying the things they're saying to me. I just kind of wish it wasn't my family, you know? That was like, oh, you're an embarrassment for doing these things. It's like, dude, piss off, man. But I can understand where they're coming from. Like, I understand where they're coming from, but also at the same time, it's like, why would you, like, you've already seen the flip side, right? Or at least you should see the flip side. But it's like you act like you don't. And that's what sucks. Is that they've seen what I've tried to do in the past. And now that I've turned things around and I'm finally happy, it's like you're trying to take that away because what? It's like, yeah, whatever. I don't know. Anyways, that's my TED talk. I kind of talked myself in circles, I'm not gonna lie. And we talked about it for like a half hour, so. Yeah, good to vent to the homies. Yeah, I know. I know. It's better than keeping inside. I think they just want what's best for you. Yeah. No, that's not the point they were bringing up. It's because I already disproved that point, right? It's like I'm not throwing my life away just to play video games. Like there are other things I'm grinding in. I'm obviously pushing towards other goals. Like I'm grinding in pretty much every aspect of my life. Like everything is pushing upwards. Like I'm turning things around. Everything's going up. I guess everything was already going up to begin with. I just got burnt out. Because I was always like an academic star. And I was always like an athletic star. Just I was just never really happy because I didn't have like some place to express myself or be myself, you know? And I found that in streaming. So I guess like yes, their initial point was like, oh, you're throwing your life away, but once I disproved that, their point became like what you're doing is embarrassing us. Like you acting the way you're acting online is embarrassing for us. And that's their point. That's why they want me to stop like content creation and whatnot. And then like for me it's like, you know, like I stand by what I said. I'm sorry you feel that way, but genuinely there's like there's like genuinely like a part of me that wants to agree with you and be like, okay, you know, I'll help you feel better. I'll stop, right? But then like there's another part of me that just wants to just keep going because I love this. I genuinely love content creation and I don't want to throw that away. Yeah. Like I really love like it's not even like the content itself, like the fame part, like I don't care. I don't care about the recognition, right? It's not about the fame for me. It's about like how many people I can make laugh. That's genuinely the goal. Like how many people's days can I make brighter each time I stream or each time I put out a video? That's my goal. And if that's not a positive thing, I don't know what is. And their whole argument, my parents were like, "Oh, what you're doing is like a negative thing. Like it's negatively impacting people." And it's like I'm like I already have I already, like it's not a lot of proof, right? 400 subs. That's not a whole lot of people in like the grand scheme of things. In the grand scheme of things, even though 400 people, like if you put 400 people in a room, that's a lot of people, but in the grand scheme of content creation, 400 is not a lot. So it's like it's considered like a small amount of proof. So yes, I don't have a lot of proof. I don't have a lot of proof that what I'm doing is completing that mission of having a positive impact, and maybe it's negative then. Since I haven't proved that it's positive, maybe it's negative. But I do have some proof, right? And it's like they just completely disregard that because of the things that they hear me say, right? Like yes, my jokes are like edgy. I do have edgy humor, but that's just like a part of who I am. I've always been that type of person. It's just I never like really got a chance to like be that way because of my fear for how like it might affect like people's perception of me and whatnot. Is that at some point I just stopped caring, so that's why I'm here. 1 month after my declaration to be proud of myself. Yeah, for a month, 400 is a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, no, it's not. I don't know. And it's like they just don't see it that way. Yeah, they don't understand this. They don't understand the need to gain elo. Right, Charlie? Yeah, dude. I don't know. Our true goals. But yeah. I don't know. Still massive respect to them. They are my parents, and I respect everything they are. In fact, if anything, I kind of idolize them. They don't understand how addicting it is to lose your mind over a CS match. Yeah, I guess so. But I don't know. Like, no hate to them. I know that they're coming from a good place, but at the same time, they definitely could have handled it better. Especially my dad. right? The way he handled it was, for better or worse, the worst way possible. Yeah, I know exactly what. Yeah, I feel the same way as you do. I know exactly where they're coming from. So like, much love to them, respect and everything. Like if anything, I idolize the type of people they are. They went from rags to riches. My parents. So it's like their type of grind set is like something I strive to have, which is what I'm doing. That's why I'm grinding so hard in everything that I do. Yeah. And it's like I just wish they could see it that way. Maybe it's not in the things that they wished for me, but it's just I don't know. It's just a bit it's a bit it's a bit discouraging for them to say that all I do is have a negative impact on things and all I do is bring embarrassment to them when when I don't see it that way, you know? Because when I look at it, I see people that are having brighter days because of me, and that gives me the drive, like genuinely. Like if you guys hadn't shown up one at a time as you did, and just like enjoyed my content, then I probably would have quit much earlier. But like every time that I stream, and even if just one of you are in chat enjoying what I have to give you, like even if just one of you are enjoying it, then that's enough for me. Like even if just one person likes my video, then that's like more reason to just put out another video and another one. Yeah, thank you. That is the goal. And it's like, yeah, I do make like, I don't know, I do make like really edgy jokes. I get it, but it's all in good fun. You will make it, brother. Trust the process. Hopefully. Again, I don't know. For me, it's not like really about making. It's more so like how like having like that type of platform where I can just make people's days brighter on a on a massive scale. Do you know what I mean? One night of vibe murder is not going to ruin the good times. Yeah. I mean, this stream started off pretty great, no? Like our first three games, they're like stomps and we were having a good time until like the vibe was killed. But even when the vibe was killed, I think that we were still having like a slightly good time. Yeah. But if you can make money while making other people happy, that would be the ultimate goal. I mean, I guess, but I think I don't know. I don't really see it that way. Like if I were ever to get massive, if I were ever to get massive and like I would be making money, like I'm making a living off of content creation, like that would just be like a way for me to make even more content, you know? Like that way I don't have to work anymore. Like I don't have to have a job and I don't have to have other grinds to like survive. I could just put it all into content creation and that way like my content will be at its peak and then we can like just make people happy on a massive scale. I think although maybe that's I think that's a bit naive to say cuz and whatnot and maybe it is like childish, but you know, it's like fuck you for thinking that. If you think I'm childish for that, then I'll be childish because that is my goal. Tomorrow will come back with even better vibes. Yeah, you're right. What is tomorrow? Oh, I tried to open calendar by open Chrome. Hey, tomorrow's Tuesday. I've I might be a little bit too. I might be a little bit late to stream tomorrow, but that's fine. You don't think it's childish at all? Thank you then. But yeah. I guess what we learned today after my parents came and like murdered the vibe of the stream was not was more so not like how do I describe this? Okay, it's like, okay, wait. I guess what we learned from my parents coming in and murdering the vibe of the stream was that we just have more to prove now. Cause now not only are we proving that like if someone can cheat death and still make it, we're also proving that our content can be positive for the world, you know? Like it can lift people up with its with whatever it has to give. And maybe it's not conventional, right? Maybe it's not conventional because other people like when they see positive impact, they might think of like motivational speakers. And yes, maybe I do have motivational speeches, but at the end of the day, that's not what it's all about, you know. Maybe that's not. I don't have a conventional way of making a positive impact on other people. I don't give counseling, and I don't give like motivational speeches. I don't give pep talks. But what I do have is I can make you laugh. And if I can make you laugh for maybe like not like maybe like 15 minutes a day, then that is 15 minutes where your life is brighter because of me, you know? And that's just added, yeah, exactly. That's just more fuel to the fire. That just adds another thing to the checklist of why I why I feel called to stream to you guys. Cuz now it's not just about me proving that like anyone can do what they love and make it like their and make it like a real thing, right? Make their dreams a reality. Because if a guy that tried to kill himself 2 months ago, or not 2 months ago, was it 2 months ago? Yeah, if a guy that tried to kill himself 2 months ago can come back and become like a like a beacon of hope for other people, then like anyone can, you know. And then now that that's our first goal, and now we have just a second goal is to prove that we can bring happiness to the masses without being conventional. Do my parents know about that? Yes. About the whole like kill myself thing? Yeah, they do. They were the first people to know. They were the first people to know. Someone added me. Who is this guy? I'll deal with it later. But yeah, they were the first people to know, and honestly, I don't. Honestly, that talk did not go well either. Well, with my mom, it did. Um, my mom and I had like a big reconciliation talk where we reconciled like all of our past wrongdoings to each other and whatnot, and just we just smoothed things over, and yeah. But with my dad, it was a different story. Because although my mom recommended like a therapist, my dad kind of like shunned the idea, and then he also like kind of I don't want to say make it made it worse because that like makes him look like a bad guy, and I don't want to make him look like a bad guy because he's not. He's a great guy. If anything, he's like one of the best like male figures I've ever had in my life. And that's not even like that's not even like disregarding like actual role models for like young men around the world, right? Like people like celebrity figures. Like it doesn't like I look up to my dad more than I look up to like giant role models like I don't know, fucking Keanu Reeves, right? Like Keanu Reeves is a great guy, but my dad's better. That's how I think about it. But yeah, I don't want to make him look like a bad guy by saying that he made things worse, but he did make things worse. Because our talk did not go well at all. And although, like, I know it was coming from a good place, but it was like a very angry, like, he took a very angry approach. But it is what it is. Anger and disappointment, you know. But it is what it is. That's just like the type of person he is. Like, you guys heard it earlier when he was the only one yelling. No one else in the room was yelling but him. That's just the type of person he is, and it's fine. Old dogs die hard, you know? I can't expect him to change. And I'm not gonna ask him to change either. Because then he becomes something less than himself, and I don't want that. I'd rather have the genuine article, flaws and all. Okay. I think it's high time we ended the stream. We are, hold on. Yeah. Okay. That was a good podcast. Should I make that a YouTube video? So other people can hear it too, and maybe like that type of mindset like affects other people in a positive way. And maybe that would be the first time like we have a positive impact on people outside of just being comedic. Underrated therapy sessions. Should that be the title of the videos? Underrated therapy sessions with Atlxs, dude. Dog, the way you think about things are so healthy. Actually respect it so much. Thank you. Honestly, I don't think that way, but thank you. I just try to, I don't know, just try to love other people exactly like I hope to be loved in the past. You know? Like I'm just giving people like things I didn't get to have and just hoping that's enough. Or I'm giving people what I have and also things I didn't get to have, I guess. Cuz obviously if I give someone like a gift, that's obviously something I've received before. But if I'm giving someone understanding and patience, that's something I didn't have. So I guess I'm giving a bit of both. I mean, I think I'm overthinking it, dude. I'm giving myself cancer. Dude, I'd see that on my recommended list and I would click and just listen to it while driving homework. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely put this in the video then. Or I'll make this one of the videos. We do need more content because our fourth game of the night was not content at all. I think I just blasted music and just played the entire time. But then we got the rank up, so I guess I do have to make that a video still. Maybe I'll put the therapy session right at the end of the video so at least it's like something, you know? And that way we'll have 4 videos tomorrow that I can put out. Cuz we put out 3 today. They're not doing too hot. And I put out 3 yesterday. Or I guess not yesterday, but Saturday. They're not doing too hot either, but the ones I put out like before that were I guess they're also like fine. Yeah. All right, who wants to send off the stream? Who wants to give us the quote of the night to end it? Dude, you can't put Andrew on the spot. He's new to the stream, dude. You've been here you pretty much I think you're one of the oldest people or like the oldest members of the channel. Actually, no, you're not. You're not even close. I think you started following me around like 400 and I started at 0. Well, everyone starts at 0. He is what? Is he really? Yeah. Andrew came tonight, dude. Tonight was Andrew's first time being in stream. You can't do that to him. It's not the size of the boat, it's the motion. Exactly, dude. It doesn't matter how long you've been here. But we're not gonna but even with that said, I don't think it's fair for Andrew to give the quote of the night when he doesn't know channel traditions. When he doesn't know the channel's traditions, we can't just Yeah, Andrew pulled it like an old homie. Yeah, we can't make Andrew like do something that's tradition when he doesn't know the tradition yet. So we have to have someone else give us the quote of the night. Yeah, tonight was Andrew's first time being in chat. Oh my god, is tonight the first time we're ever gonna see Clay give us the quote of the night? Cause Clay has put everyone else on the spot. I'm not gonna lie to you. Clay put Ty on the spot. Clay put Devil on the spot. And I'm pretty sure Clay even put Display on the spot one time. I don't even know. If I had heard the past quotes, I think our first quote, our quote yesterday, or our quote last stream was incest is best. Incest is best because if you have the best genetics, then it can only improve from there, or something like that. It was something cancer. And then the quote before that one was all warfare is all warfare is based because if you pick fights with your demons every time, like if you pick fights with your demons at every opportunity, then you're only going to get stronger quicker. Oh, this is Display's first time being here. Yeah, this is our end of stream like tradition. Someone from chat gives us the quote of the night to end the stream off on a message to take home. Come on, dude, who's gonna do it? Oh no, Clay's doing it. He says, "Give me 1 sec." Okay. Nah, dude, don't be scared, dude. If I can sit here all day for 5 to 7 hours a night and talk to you guys, I think that you guys will be fine talking to chat for like 10 seconds. Quote of the night: Don't touch kids. Don't touch kids. Touch produce banger vids. What? What does that even mean? Okay, Clay's ready. Okay, Clay, give us the quote of the night, man.
Okay.
You got this, dude. Send us off with a bang.
Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Or it is the courage to continue that counts.
That's a beautiful quote. All right, you guys heard the man. It's not the success or the failure that matters. It's your courage to continue despite any of those. Thank you, Clay.
Thank you for streaming.
Oh, no problem, man. All right. All right, you guys heard Clay? Clay has been an inspiration to us all. Can we all give Clay a smiley face in chat? Everyone drop a smiley face. Okay. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same thing as always. Videos are gonna come out sometime in the afternoon, and stream will probably start around 7. I think I might be a little bit late because I have some things to do tomorrow that are gonna be like they're like scheduled for like later at night, or like not later at night, but like close to like where I usually stream, and I might not make it home in time. So yeah, have a good night, guys. See you again soon. Mom.